Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Claire. This is The Veg Plot Thickens. Now we have had an absolutely manic week. We've been so busy. I haven't done massive amounts of filming because we had a family member with us who didn't want to be filmed, and I totally respect that. Thank you for all of your help, Andrew. I know you watched the video, so I just wanted to say thank you publicly to you. You've been amazing for us. Thank you. So what have we been up to? Well, a lot. This is the original garden plot that you will remember from previous videos. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm about to show you. But we had a free greenhouse from Marketplace. I showed pictures of that a while ago and talked about some plans. Well, it's happened. Look what's happened. I have a greenhouse on the lawn. So excited about it. I just can't wait to get going in there this spring now and get all my sowings done. But that's not the only thing that we've been up to. We've actually built the greenhouse that we bought for my sister to have some undercover growing area on her plot. So whilst I fill this greenhouse, I'm going to show you us building my sister's greenhouse, and I'll catch you back in the greenhouse afterwards for a little mini tour. It's a monumental day today. This is going to be my sister's greenhouse, and we're about to start tackling putting it together. So wish us luck, and maybe put me the name of a divorce solicitor in the comments, because we might need it, mightn't we, Duncan? They've all got numbers, so I'll put them in numerical order. So they are number 1, more number 3. So it is in order of how you do things. So you do number 1 first, 2, 3, 4, 5, obviously, you know, numerical order. So we'll just move the other ones so we've got room to work. I can't lift it up. First job, one of the gable ends. This little pack of nuts and bolts is apparently all we need to put a whole greenhouse together. Somehow it feels a little less daunting now, thinking that that is it for nuts and bolts. Might be misplaced enthusiasm and confidence there, but yeah, let's see. All of the pieces actually have their own little sticker on them to tell you how to lay them out. So Duncan is going to tell me where to put them on the floor, and then we're going to fit them together. Right, so what are you looking for?
It's a long one,
01716. Oh, there isn't an O before it.
Right.
So I've just
That's
got
it,
4
yeah,
numbers.
right.
Right, okay.
That's
So where's that going? The bottom?
Yeah.
Which way? Does it matter at the moment?
That way.
Right. And then I've got
1701.
this is 1709.
This is 1701.
Oh, you need another one of them then?
Two there.
I can't see the stickers. Oh, there. This is 1704.
No, that's the top.
So it must be this then. Has it got an angle on the side? This is 1705.
That's the other way.
Oh, that's, yeah, because that's got a ridge on it, hasn't it? Oh, right, 1701. I think they're a bit too close.
No, it's all from there.
So these must go in the middle there, do they? They must go in the middle, mustn't they? The support, because we've got support bits. One here and one there. Yeah.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah, the channel's on the inside. That channel's.
Oh. Got no there.
Yeah. And then there's some diagonal things somewhere, isn't there? Usually.
We don't need them yet.
No, but I mean that's what goes on.
Yeah, one goes across the top.
Oh, sorry. And only one other.
It's 2, isn't it? You've got 2 there.
Oh yeah, stuck together. Oh yeah, that's got a channel then. And these go somewhere here, like that.
Yeah.
Finished. We've moved on to the second side that has the door, just fitting the framework for the doors here. Don't put that bolt on, you've got to put that in.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
We are just hand tightening all the nuts onto the bolts at the moment, but you will see us use a socket on the end of the drill shortly.
If you look here like this, when they're together like that, they make the same angle almost, don't they? Look.
Yes. So they go. What?
It's just not square, that's all.
What, those two go over top of that way?
I assume
What
so.
do they got to go outside?
They can't
don't
go
they?
inside
No, they've got to go
because of the...
outside. Yeah. That's far.
Yeah, well, that's how I've done this side, so I don't know.
Well, it fits. I don't think.
There's no other holes, so it has to go that way, surely. Do these meet? It's a bit disconcerting that nothing fastens the ridge at this point. It's obviously all held in when you put the top struts on. So it's a little bit wobbly.
You will need a 10mm spanner or a socket on the drill like Duncan is using just to tighten these nuts to the bolts. It's quite a simple process really, just a bit fiddly.
Because we've only fixed the back of the bracket here, this sits in this little lip here, hooks on that lip and fits in that hole, and that fits the front of it to the frame. Can you pass me a bolt? Did you get it now? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, it's just a square too.
Yeah, just hold, because it's not fastened at the front, is it,
So
otherwise?
is that not?
I have it in, can you see it in my hand there? I just can't drop my hand to you. Sorry. And it just hooks it there. There you go. When you're doing the sides, make sure you slide in an extra bolt along the channel so you can put it up for this centerpiece that crisses over it. If you screw the end pieces in first, you can't fit that bolt into the channel afterwards. As we did learn, because we have just had to undo it to get that in there. That's both sides now made. Not quite sure what we do now. I'm thinking maybe we're going to have to start putting it together. Scary stuff. This is what we've just done. When you turn the page, it seems to suggest we've already done it. Oh, I see.
No,
Look at it, Claire. They're lying on the floor. Stand them up and fasten these bits in.
Fasten the roof together on it.
Oh, my life. Here we go.
I can't lie, we found this stage trickier than it probably should have been. The instructions are just a series of diagrams, there's no wording whatsoever, and those diagrams are very dark with very minimal contrast between the shading on the pictures, so you can't see any real detail of the frame to work out exactly what should be going on. We luckily have a Hall's greenhouse on the garden, so we were able to refer to that one a few times to see how this one should go together. But in actual fact, these pieces don't fit over the top of each other.
The side pieces just slot or slide across there. The holes line up. As you can see, everything is labelled.
You also need to make sure during the construction that you put the nuts and bolts the correct way around. All of the bolt heads must be on the outside, otherwise the nuts and the end of the bolts will catch the glass when you glaze the greenhouse.
Starting to look a bit like a greenhouse. Well, it's starting to look a lot like a greenhouse. Duncan's just tightening all those fixings that we've just done by hand.
Making a start on the ridge assembly, quite filled with confidence at this point that we were doing okay. We had no idea the worst stage was yet to come.
Now all that remains to be done is put these glazing bars on here. 1, 2, 3 on each side. There's another hole there, so it's confusing me a little bit because there's a hole there.
What we will later find out after doing this is that there is actually quite a lot of play in how these fit into the channel, which means it can pull the frame off of square. So just something to bear in mind, that you may need to keep these quite loose because you will probably want to adjust them as you are putting the glass in when it's on the frame.
It's time to make the door, which seems very confusing.
Oh yes, which one was? Oh, what's the other way around? There, somehow I've got the top.
I have to insert these plastic bits into the channel to screw onto the door. It's not holding focus very well. Right, this is the plastic bit that you've just seen on the other side of the door. It slides into this channel.
This little plastic piece is pivotal in keeping the bottom of the door secure in the lower runner on the frame.
This is fitting the rollers to the top of the door, we hope.
The roller section then bolts onto the top of the door, and what it will do is have some adjustment on it so that you can make it sit tight within the runners to stop it falling off when it's on the frame.
This is definitely the worst bit of the build, trying to get these rubber trims on, all 50,000 of them. It's not an exaggeration, honest. It's starting them off that's the problem. Now we have got them in bowls of soapy water to help us. Soapy hot water to help us. But this on every edge for the glazing to sit against. I think this has been the worst part of it. It's nearly broken us, maritally and emotionally. There's one done. Well, that's the frame built. We didn't get divorced over it, but we have had 1 or 2 tantrums. Don't ever want to have to do that again.
Just the little job of fitting it to the base now. Concrete footings, breeze blocks filled with cement, and the aluminium frame was cemented into that. Then it was raised up inside and a path laid ready as well.
It's fitted to the base. These are the brackets that fit the greenhouse to its base. They hook underneath this lip on the base. Then you have to unscrew the nut off the back of this bolt into the channel of the frame, and then you slide it over the top and screw it back down tight. 12 of them come in the packet. The fixing kit is also supplied with these self-drilling screws. Now we haven't put any around the rest of the base, but we put some over the threshold, otherwise this just sort of rocked a little bit, and it just makes this a bit tighter and more sturdy here for when you're crossing in and out of the greenhouse.
That's the roof glazed. Fitting the door seems to be straightforward.
The tried bit, so you built.
Yeah.
It's all gone together. A few little things needed altering. The struts on the roof here, they can move slightly, so if you're putting one together and you feel like the panes of glass don't look like they're sitting square, undo these struts across the top, just loosen them a bit because they can move a bit, which brings it back into square. But it's not been difficult at all, really. There are reports of these doors coming off of their runners and falling off. Now this is hooked on quite tight. I actually can't lift this off its runner. As you can see, I'm lifting it up. I can't pull it off the runner, so it's quite secure, top and bottom of the door. So hopefully it will be all right. But what it does come with is this hole in the frame here, which I've got just a little simple cheap carabiner, which I've snapped over it, and this prevents the door from opening anyway. So that's a little bit of help where there's any strong wind, if you're worried about wind getting behind it and pulling it across the runners. All in all, I'm really happy with the build. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it might be. So many horror stories. I say the only thing we didn't like was all of that black rubber beading, but the build itself was pretty straightforward, and it felt really flimsy when we were putting it together. But obviously now all the glass is in, it's such a solid structure, so I'm really pleased with it. So there you have it. You can see just how busy we've been in this last week and why I haven't done a huge amount of filming. But I'm back in my new, or old, but new to me greenhouse, which I have to say has been absolutely invaluable having during the build of my sister's, because we didn't know it at the time when we picked this one up, but this is obviously a Hall's popular 8x6 greenhouse. So there were a couple of things in the build that we weren't quite sure about, and it was brilliant because we were able to come and look at this greenhouse and know how to put that greenhouse together. And I think we'd have struggled a little bit more or had a few more choice words had we not had that ability to do that. But anyway, here we are. So this greenhouse is destined to be my seed starting and potting on greenhouse. But over summer, I will remove the temporary plastic greenhouse and those shelving so that I could put a few pots on the ground there to grow things in. I treated myself to this staging from copper grey. I was going to have wooden staging, but felt that this would outlive me and be maintenance free, so that is why we went with it, and absolutely love it, thrilled with it, quite easy to put together. This was kind of like a dream setup for me in the greenhouse, so I treated myself. I thought we had the greenhouse free, might as well spend greenhouse money on staging. You know what it's like when something's new, you make this valiant effort to keep everywhere tidy, so that's where these bins come into. I have compost, perlite and vermiculite in these bins. This one's empty at the moment. I'll probably put a mix of compost and the vermiculite in there. So yeah, I'm endeavouring to be tidy and start as I mean to go on. I couldn't be more thrilled with how it's turned out. The season really gets started now. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.